Hi everyone, my name's Lindsay Constable here with a little video about a lover's eye brooch. Lover's eye brooch. So these were around from about the 1780s to the 1830s, and they were first made popular. I think the Prince of Wales, who later became King George IV, had one made. And that's a whole drama and interesting history that I'll do another little video about in the very near future. And there's only about 1,000 of these still in existence that were made during that time period. So it's very possible that Jane Austen saw one of these at some point. And I got this from Etsy, a little shop on Etsy called Beehive Lane. Shout out to them, vintage inspired jewelry. So, and I think on Etsy you can also, there are some people who will do custom lover's eyes. So I'm not sure about that, but I think I saw that. Obviously, more money. This is just kind of a costume jewelry lover's eye. So there were several reasons that someone might get a lover's eye made, and I was just going to review some of those because the mystery of a lover's eye is really only the giver and the receiver know why, the reasons behind them. And I find that very interesting, that it's when you find a genuine lover's eye, we don't really know, we might not know the story behind it. It's very kind of a mystery. So some of the reasons are if you were mourning somebody you lost and you had a portrait of their eye made, and some of these have been found with a lock of hair on the back of them, so that might be kind of a memorial to someone you've lost. And another reason is if you're having like a long engagement, you might want something to remember the person by, like say they have to go on a ship halfway around the world, or they're in the Navy and you might not see them for a long time. Maybe you couldn't afford a full portrait, or if somebody was going on a ship, they needed something small. So a lover's eye might be made so you can remember somebody you're betrothed to. And some of the more naughty reasons you might get a lover's eye made is that if you're having an affair and you want something to remember the person by when you're not together, but you don't want to reveal their identity, you can have a lover's eye made, and you can't really tell who this might be. And the great thing about this is you could kind of hide it inside clothing, like inside, and nobody could see it, and it could still be close to you. So another reason, kind of the creepiest reason I think, is if you were in a relationship with somebody and you were literally saying, I don't trust you, I'm watching you, I've got my eye on you, literally. I don't know if that would be interesting to know if that's where that phrase came from. I've got my eye on you. So anyway, those are some of the reasons you might get a lover's eye made and exchange it with somebody. And like I said, there's a really fascinating piece of history involving the Prince of Wales, who became King George IV. A really interesting bit of history that I'll be doing another video on. So if you like this and you want to hear more about things I've read that I'm enjoying, or something I'm researching, or upcoming books. Oh, I'm going to have a novella that is going to feature a lover's eye, and that is coming out soon. Stay tuned, and hopefully I'll also have some audiobooks on this channel eventually. So thank you so much for tuning in, and subscribe. Thanks. Lover's eye.